Hello everybody, Joshua Tomlin with Cumberland Thunder here, and this video is for all of you guitar lovers and gearheads and people that are interested in kind of what we use on stage. And so I thought I would go over a little bit of that with you today. That way you can see some of the tools of the trade. So of course, got a classic. This is the number one. This is what I pretty much use out on the road all the time. Just the it's a wonderful, wonderful Fender Stratocaster, purchased a couple of years ago down in Knoxville, Chattanooga, Knoxville. And yeah, it has, so I've played a Telly on the road before, and of course I've got an Epiphone Les Paul over here as well. And but the Strat just kind of does, it has all of the versatility that I need on the road sonically. And of course on our albums, on the Lost All Control album, I used a little bit of everything. So the Strat's on it, the Telly's on it, there's a hollow body Epiphone, a 12-string Washburn, a Martin, just all kinds of stuff. But on the road, this is usually it. And it's really all I need. I love it. Of course, I have a pedal board as well to help me out, and got the Dynacop compressor from this MXR compressor here. It works out really, really well, and I don't have it set very high. I just have it to give me just that little bit of polish on it. And up here is just a clean boost. Sometimes I'll kick that on if I'm soloing or need just a little more volume or something. And doesn't do anything fancy, it just has a knob on it that kind of determines how loud I want it to be. And that's my clean boost. And of course the tuner, which I love this tuner because, of course, as with most tuners on a pedal board, when you click it on, it mutes the guitar, so you don't have that annoying, tuning going on during the middle of a song, and you're just trying to. Because nobody comes to a concert unless you're into some really weird experimental music. But what I like about it is if I know that I'm getting out of tune and I can hear it, but I'm playing, I'm in the middle of something and I can't tell maybe which string is out. I was like, something doesn't sound right. Then I can strum all the strings open and it'll kind of tell me which ones are a little bit off, which is fantastic. This is kind of this little blue pedal here. It's the Blues Driver from Boss, and it's my my overdrive pedal. And it doesn't usually run too hot, but it just kind of gives that crunch that I need. And it is, I'd say it's on probably 50 to 60% of the time in whatever we're doing. Of course, the rest of the crunch comes from the newest addition to my babies, and that would be this Fender Blues Jr amp, which I'm very excited about. It sounds just fantastic, and it breaks up like I need it to, cleans up like I need it to. And it just works well. And kind of behind me here is the Fender Mustang, which is basically a modeling amp. And it works well. It's what I had used out on the road for a long time. And I still have it here in the practice space. And it's got all of its myriad of effects and everything. But this just, the Blues Jr. just has more of a warmness and a richness. It's fuller and sounds more real, less sterile than the modeling amps do, and so I like that. I'm a big fan of guitar sounds from the 80s. Sue me. And so because of that, I have also from Boss, I have this Super Chorus pedal, which gives that nice kind of chorusy sound. You know? I love it. Also, a thing it does, which there's a song that I do this on. It can essentially, if you turn the rate and the depth of the chorus up, it will basically act almost like a Leslie speaker, like you get with a organ. And so there's. So I use that on one of the songs that we do, and I like doing that. It just kind of has a fun sound, breaks up the monotony, gives just something sonically just a little bit different to listen to. In keeping with music of the 80s and kind of that guitar sound, in combination with the chorus pedal, I don't do this very often, but it is on the board for when I need it. If I really just want to get some 80s sounding lead guitar sounds, I've got my overdrive, my chorus pedal, and this treble booster, which is called the Screaming Bird. And it has a picture of don't know what kind of bird that is, but it's got the little tuft thingy up there. And it kind of really does that kind of 80s lead sound very nicely. And it comes out in a couple of songs, not very many, but it's kind of my secret weapon that I'll use every now and then. The other kind of secret weapon, a classic, the Crybaby Wah pedal. Usually it doesn't come into play till somewhere towards the end of a concert if I'm just really been going at it hard and trying to get a nice ending to a song. Or occasionally some leads I'll use it as well, but so that's the wah-wah. That's essentially everything that I use. There are, of course, some songs that I do acoustically, and got the old faithful, this is a Sigma by Martin, and this has it's got a smaller size neck than what most, because I've got a Martin at home that's got like a lot fatter neck, and this one's a little bit smaller, but we'll use this out on the road. We've kind of, in our new set list that we've put together, we've kind of incorporated some more acoustic numbers. I know people really like some good acoustic songs, and so there's a lot of that goes on, and that's what we use. Got this also, not the same trip to Knoxville, but I think about a week later it got purchased from the same place we got the Strat, and had it also a couple years, and it's been everywhere. Everywhere we've gone, that's where it's been. But it's just great because, of course, when I first started playing guitar, at 9, 10, 11 years old, I was playing bluegrass music, and so I didn't really start playing an electric guitar of any kind until on up in my teenage years, and so the acoustic was my home for a long time. Got all those bluegrass licks in me. I can't help it. And of course, some folks might remember. I'll show this one because people who follow our Facebook page probably remember the terrible, terrible tragedy that happened in North Carolina about 2 years ago. We got to the concert venue, pulled out the Les Paul, which I was playing at the time, which is an Epiphone Les Paul. And the headstock had broken off. And fortunately, we were there with another band, the Locklears. Great folks, you should check them out. And I was able to borrow Ray's guitar. And he had I think it was a Telly at that time, and it played like a dream. But this just kind of sat broken in the case for a while, and finally we did a repair on it. Special thanks to Mike Keltner for the repair. And so we've got the head back on. Listen, it ain't perfect, but it's certainly better than what it was. And so you never know, it might show back up on the road sometime. I really like it, and there's a couple of songs that I have in mind that I might want to use it on. So you may see the Les Paul coming back out sometime in the next few months, somewhere down the road. But that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, just kind of getting a look at what I have and what I do. If you want to keep up with Cumberland Thunder, where we're going to be, when we're going to be in your area, new music that's coming out, any of that stuff, just follow. First of all, give a like to the Facebook page. Definitely subscribe here on YouTube, because that helps us make more videos, and that lets you know when those videos are coming your way. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, click the bell so you can get notified whenever a new video is uploaded to the channel. And then visit our website, www.cumberlandthunder.com. Got everything, links to all of our other social media, Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff. And usually we end up posting something a little different in each place. So if you just follow us in one place, you might miss something. So follow us everywhere. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you down the road sometime.